Hello, folks. This is your final of the 1v1 PA Seasonal Opener Tourney between Godde in blue down here and Total Annihilation in orange up here. Spawns look even. Game is a go. With any luck, we'll have no lag in this game. Just checking my recording there to see if it's actually on and working, and it all is. If there is lag, of course, I will transfer to chrono-cam. Right, typical openers from both players. Triple mechs and energy there. Both players exhibiting pretty much the bog standard build queue. Bot factory from Godde. Caps lock on. Seeing the build queues as they emerge. Aha. I was curious as to why he was walking backwards with no apparent reason when the rest of the build order was over there. Bot factory out from Total Annihilation as well. Air factory and energy storage queued, so we might see some T2 air rush. And given the distance between the players, it is reasonably viable. But then again, Total Annihilation does want to watch out for Godde because he is one for expanding masses. I mean masses. And also getting lots of bot factories out as well. Another thing to be noted, this is beginning to lag, so I think after about 5 minutes I will transfer back to chrono-cam and watch the rest of it in effect, a buffered version of the game. Unless, of course, I disconnect now. But energy going up from Godde as well. Nothing extra from the commander there, staying idle for a little bit. Trying to avoid that if at all possible, because, of course, you want to be using your commander at all times in the big opening of the game. Total Annihilation seems to be doing that okay. Getting out a few fabricators, getting up the metal as well. Beginning to get out a few docks as well. So he's going to be scouting with those while his commander gets up his energy. Before he does his air factory and energy storage. Godde, meanwhile, still getting up mechs. Triple fabricators doing that mechs, of course. Taking off 2 to conserve the energy. Just before his commander gets it up. He's doing a lot of micro with those NGs to keep his eco running positive. Very well controlled there. Of course, we can't see the player's eco. You can if you look back in PA stats, as I believe both of these players are using it. And, well, I mean, Godde has got a lot of energy coming out. Beginning to get the docks out now from the bot factory. However, up here in Total Annihilation, we have got the air factory coming out now. He does want to make sure he's keeping on producing those docks. He has got them scouting in a couple of pairs now, going to different regions across the map. Godde, of course, expanding as well. It's not scouting yet from Godde. I think he's going to be sending these first couple of docks that come off the production line to do that. Again, a little bit of stuttery lag. But after a minute or so, as I said earlier, we'll transfer to chrono-cam and watch the game in a buffered state. The planet is quite big. It's typical size, as was requested. These docks here are going to get a good scout. Running around that rock there, using a little bit of geography, but managing to get pot shots at the mechs. And they're going to get the scout on the air factory coming in as well. Unfortunately, one of them does get taken out, but a good free scouting there, along with a firefly coming in as well. So I don't need to worry about taking off vision any longer. Godde's commander is going to finish off that air factory and then move around and take out the docks as well, I shouldn't wonder. He is, however, setting up a small proxy factory there for bots. Commander with a huge long energy build queue and a lot of bot factories set up from Total Annihilation as well. Let's see if Godde has scouted / what he has. He has not scouted Total Annihilation spawn. Godde really needs to get on his scouting. Here comes the firefly now. Moving in exactly the right direction, and there is the scout. He knows exactly where Total Annihilation is. He doesn't want to lose his firefly just yet, though, by going overzealous into the middle of his base, especially considering I think he saw the air factory, and the air factory is producing hummingbirds very, very rapidly indeed. Just to make sure that Total Annihilation has got control of the skies. Godde now bringing out a fair few bot factories, I believe. I have got caps lock on. Oh, he's deciding not to get them just yet. I thought I had seen 1 or 2 around the place. but I must have been mistaken. T2 air coming out for Total Annihilation already, while the bot factories continue. Commander moving across the field now, interestingly enough. I suspect we'll see a proxy base probably set up around here, or over here indeed as well. Fair bit of lag now. It's probably at this point I'll decide to transfer to chrono-cam. And indeed, we are in chrono-cam now. I did take it back a little bit in time, so the commander is still moving on his way, and these bot factories have only just started to be produced with a huge number of fabricators from Godde over here. He has set up a few walls here to defend against any raids, and that AA there is going to be able to defend against scampers very well, especially considering it's sort of bunkered in there by those walls. As already mentioned, Total Annihilation is getting out his T2 air over here, so we'll likely see some peregrines, although it appears to have been cancelled or stalled, probably as a result of the scouting done and the fact that Godde is, of course, bringing up the proxy base here. He has scouted and seen this here, so he does want to move his commander out and do something about this. Down goes the T2 air factory over there, as we saw. Let's just switch over the scouting a little bit there. Godde just scouting now. He's seen a T2 plot, and he's seen a bot factory as well. And now we could see a commander fight. Total Annihilation might not want to get into a commander fight, and he definitely doesn't want to move in on this bunker here. He really is caught out in the open. He wants to watch his commander, otherwise Godde is going to get a free Uber cannon, and Total Annihilation might actually see a loss here. If he's not controlling his commander, goodness me, he wants to move that away. He wants to get some fabricators in on that commander to assist it right this instant. Right this instant. But could he actually catch Godde's commander out in the open? Here come the docks. They're going to damage this commander, but there are a few docks helping Godde's commander as well. That needs to be noted. In addition, a little bit of stuttery lag, even in chrono-cam, goodness me. Commander here from Total Annihilation getting healed as much as possible. Going down into free cam vision. We see the commanders fighting against one another. Well, not directly, but within spitting distance almost. These fabricators here are going to be able to heal this commander up. Godde moving in once more. This commander here from Total Annihilation, not paying attention to the fact that Godde's commander is there taking pot shots at his fabricators. Unfortunately, the fabricators are dead. His commander is now caught out in the open. He really wants to move in on Godde's commander, otherwise his commander is in a right old pickle. Especially considering that he's getting shot on by that bunker. Let's zoom out of free cam mode so we can see the health bars. Total Annihilation, pay attention to your commander, sir, because otherwise you don't want to be moving too far in. Godde's commander... These players are offside, goodness me. Excuse me. Total Annihilation really wants to move his commander back. Godde moving in past. Wow. That Uber Cannon taking out 2 factories there. Significant portion of that forward base from Total Annihilation gone. Waves of docks moving in from Godde from his proxy base now. This is really going to be hampering, but Total Annihilation has instead decided, you know, I'm going to get up that T2 factory after all. I need the Hornets now. I need my commander away from this one. I don't really want to move in on that, because that is a commander plus enough docks to make short work of my paintwork. I need a Hornet. So of course he does want to get that Hornet out there. Probably going to get a Hornet out first. Indeed it is a Hornet first. The docks moving in through the eco fields. Going to be shredding this base. Absolutely shredding it. The mechs are going to be going down. The bot factory is going to be going down. Bumblebees coming out of the T1 air factory. Things are being called in chat. I'll be blocking those out now. And with any luck, we'll get back into the game. So I've moved us back a little bit in chrono-cam time. Just before the T2 air factory is completed and the first Hornet emerges. Excuse me, but Godde is still swamping in with his commander and his docks, as we see, as we're about to see. These docks will make light work of this base. Streaming in past that. Easily taking out quite a bit of eco, or at least threatening it. Moving in without getting too many kills, actually. Only a few energy field kills. These fabricators here desperately trying to repair it down south. Commander moving in as well. The Hornets are now out and revealing themselves. have hummingbirds scouting this commander constantly, preferably not getting shot. But the Hornet just absolutely swamped those docks. But of course, unfortunately, the original base is all but gone. Looking back in Godde's base, no T2 as of yet, interestingly enough. Lots of idle fabricators, however. Moving back over here, we've got more docks moving in. Hornets desperately trying to do damage and take them out. But at this point, Total Annihilation's commander is very much in the open. He hasn't particularly got many healers, which is very unfortunate. And chrono-cam is lagging out as well. What is going on? But the docks are going to move behind this mountain, almost goading Total Annihilation's commander to follow them, you know, sort of, hey, we'll lead you definitely not into a trap. And so, while Total Annihilation's commander decides better of that, and goes around a different way, but those docks are still there, in reasonable clump. Godde's docks as well, moving in from all different sides. Hornets taking quite a while to be produced now, of course, because the eco is not in a viable position to support it. Desperately trying to fix it up in a different region of the planet, but docks just all over the place, constantly streaming in from Godde. And Godde has, of course, seen the Hornets out, so he's going to be building up a lot of anti-air defences, as we can see here. It is unfortunately lagging out a little bit. But of course, it's at this point the T2 air has been found by Godde. Bumblebee's desperately trying to do some damage against these docks. Can't quite seem to drop their bombs. There he goes. Not doing a great deal of damage, but the air factory has of course been found. These docks can move in. We want to watch out for Total Annihilation's commander, and I think that was a suicidal GG. And if I'm honest, I think it was a fair way to go. Godde claims the tournament. Total Annihilation tried hard, but unfortunately, ultimately, was unsuccessful. So many docks still streaming in from Godde there. Apologies for the little bit of stuttery lag in the editing here and there to try and sort of remove some of that. You know, I mean, when you've got constant docks streaming in off the production lines, and after, I think, once this forward base was destroyed, I think that was probably the end of the game for Total Annihilation, looking back on it. And Total Annihilation moving his commander way too far out and not defending his base, I think was also a wrong move there, in addition, because if he had stuck back and defended his base, he might have actually been able to hold these factories and held out, and at least given Godde a bit more of a run for his money. Ultimately, though, that was not the way this game was destined to end. Final zoom in on Godde's commander, crowning glory of this tournament. With the red eye there. Whoop, way too far in. But yes, thanks again for watching, folks. Hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to drop a like if you liked it. Drop any feedback in the comments. I apologise I couldn't stream this on the day, but my internet is just not up for streaming, I'm afraid. And none of the other casters wanted this one. So I thought, well, I needed coverage. But hopefully you enjoyed it. And as always, I'm always open to feedback. And on that note, thanks again for watching. Thanks for supporting me, and as always, have a nice day.